Hello again, everyone. Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com, and welcome to my craft room this weekend. I started to play with the Coffee Cafe bundle. I've used on this card this gorgeous ribbon, this copper trim ribbon. Oh my goodness, I love it. It just is just beautiful to work with. Feels nice in your hand, ties a bow very nicely. I use the corrugated elements. And of course, this is our set, the Coffee Cafe bundle. I love the DSP in here. I love the coffee. It's just really cool. And I just started looking at some of my videos and realized that I was like, I'm getting in a rut with my cards. So I wanted to step it up a little bit. So what better way is to go over to Dawn Griffith's channel and kind of surf through, and that's what I did, and I found the directions to this pop-up card. Isn't that fun? We are going to make this on camera. I'm going to give you all the dimensions and show you how I put this together. Look at this. Isn't this so much fun, guys? I love it. And it's really not hard to make. A little bit of measuring, a little bit of cutting, but it's really not hard to make. And I really love this card. Look how much fun that is. I can't stop making them, actually. I'll be right back, and we're going to start in segments of putting this together. Get a pen and paper because you'll want to take down the dimensions. Back in a minute. Okay, I've moved in the scoring, the cutting board, and I'll score with it also. But your base is, I used Early Espresso, and it's 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Just a regular card base, opens like this, okay, the portrait style. Just go ahead and take this and set it aside, because we're going to work on our insert. And so I chose crumb cake for the insert. I thought that looked great with the Early Espresso. Of course, you can do anything that you want to, but this piece of course is 8 1/2 by 11, and on the 11-inch side I want you to cut it at 10 3/4. Okay, so you're just going to cut this down just by 1/4 of an inch, 10 3/4, right there. So you'll just have this little piece right here. Okay, now you're going to then score this at 5 3/8. That's right there. We're going to score it right there at 5 3/8. Okay, and that's on now the 10 3/4 side. Then we're going to turn it like this and score it at 2 1/4. 4 1/4, and then 6 1/4. Now then, we're going to fold it in half. Okay, and now turn it like this so that the folded side is on your left-hand side. Okay, and then it would open like a book. Okay, you're going to get a pencil, and you're going to take this, remember the folded side is right here, not the open side, and you're going to put it on the 1-inch mark. Put your top down. I want you to mark it at the top in the little trough there at 1 inch, and mark it all the way at the bottom here at 1 inch with your pencil. Okay? Then you're going to move your paper out to 1 1/4 inches. Move that folded edge out to 1 1/4, and you're going to look down this part of your cutting tool and go to the 2 1/4 inch mark and make a line. Make a little mark in there. Wait. 2 1/4, and right there. okay? And that should be in that score line. And then make another one at 6 1/4, and it's right in that score line. Make a little dot there, okay? Then you want to get a ruler, and you want to draw a line. This is just at a slight angle now. Just draw your line from your 1 inch to that dot by the score line, okay, just like that. And the same thing here, from the 1 inch to the dot at the score line, okay? This one, I'm a little below that dot. I'm going to remeasure that, draw another line right there, 1 inch, and right to the dot. That's where I want it. Good, right to the score line, okay? Now, what you're going to do is take your scissors. I'm going to get some larger scissors. And you're going to cut up this line and across this one that you made, the pencil line. So they're both together. You're cutting through 2 thicknesses. And you're just going to come up here right to that dot on that score line, and then come in on this angle. And if you don't get it all, you could recut. You want to get right on that line there, I promise. And you could always use your trimmer for this also. There we go, okay? And then we're going to do the other side right here. Right to the dot, and then just this small little angle right there. And this almost, when you open it up now, it almost looks like a t-shirt. See, or when it's folded, it looks like a t-shirt or a big T. Maybe UT for University of Tennessee. Okay? And so this is fantastic. Back in a minute, and we'll start the next step. Okay, now we have this shape right here. You want, where these wings are, you want to take one side and bring this up. See this score line right here? Right there, that score line. And then this score line right here on that tab. They must match. So just manipulate the paper a little bit and bring it over. Match that score line right there. Okay, get it even. Let me bring it down so I can see it. Come over just a little bit more. Right there. Okay? And now this, you want to take your bone folder, get it down nice and flat. Open it up, and then you want to take this other side and, wait a minute, I've got to think about it. Yes, and fold it up. The other side, and fold it up. See, you want this diagonal line. You need this diagonal line, and it needs to cross. Right there. And there. Okay, just like that. And now this will fold in on itself, just like that. And this is making the mechanism where it opens. See how I folded that in on itself? And just press it down. And burnish it down with your bone folder. Trying to keep it even. Kind of keep your fingers on it evenly. Okay. Nice. Okay, and you have this nice little mechanism in here. That then it's when you open the card, that's what makes it turn. This side I didn't get exactly right. And it really, and as you can see, it really does need to be exactly folded properly. There we go. but the paper is forgiving, and we're going to cover it, so we're okay. Right there, we're going to cover that with some DSP. Yes, that folds in. That'll fold in a lot better now. Okay, yes, that's a lot better. And then it also matches at the bottom, okay? Because I was off a little bit, all right? So there's the mechanism. And remember, you just have to take it, it needs to cross right here in the middle, okay? And then it will touch on the score lines, okay? Just like that. And then this side over, down. Okay, this side goes up and this side comes down and it meets at the score line. Okay, and then you can fold this in and it is perfect. Okay, back in a minute we'll add the DSP. The next step is to cover this part of the inside of the mechanism of the card. These pieces are cut, they're DSP. The last time I used the beans, and this time I wanted to use these adorable coffee pots and cups. So these two pieces are 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Now let me show you how you get this to layer in that triangle nicely. See? Go ahead and fold this up very simply. Take it on, go ahead and take this piece onto this the mechanism that you made, okay? And then see where it's 1/4 of an inch here? You still want 1/4 of an inch over here, 1/8 of an inch over here. So just raise it up about 1/8 of an inch. Okay? Turn it over. I take my pencil and I just trace to the top of the point. Okay? Oh, I'm off camera. So sorry. Okay? I lined it up. Let's see, I don't know if you got that. I took this here, and I have like about 1/8 of an inch border right here. And then I just took it and raised it up another 1/8 of an inch. This way then I'll have a border all the way around. I turned it over, and then I'm making my pencil lines. I'll just do it again. Right there, and right there to the tip, okay? Now, from there, I put both my pieces together, and I cut on my pencil line. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a, and cutting out the pencil line. Okay, you want to definitely cut the pencil line out, so cut just a hair below it. Okay, just like that. Now they're both the same. Okay, let's open our mechanism again, and now we're going to be able to fit that right in there, and look how nice, we have a nice little border all the way around. This is not my idea, guys. This is Dawn Griffith figuring all of this out. I got all of this from her. Put this down with snail. Okay, bring this in. Just give it a nice border all the way around. Looks so nice in there. Really finishes it off. If your point right here is not in that point, don't worry about it, because when you put the little piece over it, it's going to cover it. Let's turn this around. We'll snail this side. Excuse me. My goodness. So sorry. Okay, and then we're going to put this in just like that. Okay, and see how this is going to open when you open your card. Isn't that awesome? Okay, back in a minute and we'll attach the next piece. The next part of the card is the part that goes horizontally. So this is Early Espresso at 2 3/4 by 11. It's scored at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. And then make an M. You want to make an M, just like that. Okay. Then you need 4 pieces, and I use crumb cake at 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And then 4 pieces of DSP at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and I just snailed them on for the layer. The other one I did different, you know, I alternated them, but I love these dots so much that I just wanted to do this one with all the same. So I just layer it there, and because, again, because it's 1/4 of an inch, there's an 1/8 of an inch border. So then you want, these need to attach to this using your snail, and start to put these in here, just like that. So nice. And you can just see this project just coming together. How much fun. This is a very fun card, and I love doing the mechanism because it's just so much fun when you open it up. Just there, and one more. Okay, and right there. Now, fold this up so that your DSP is inside. Bring your mechanism in. Now this is where you're going to either want to use tear and tape, or I'm going to use some fast fuse. On these little patches right here, where it's folded right here, not the whole thing, about that much of it, okay? I'm going to say about 1/3, maybe, yeah, about 1/3 of it in this corner and this upper corner. You want to lay your fast fuse down. I think I'm almost out of fast fuse in this one. There we go. Okay. So sticky. That fast fuse is really, really permanent. But that's what we want. So down in that corner and then up in this corner. I hope I do this right on camera. Okay. Now, let's get that right where you guys can see it. And all of my coffee pots are coming down this way. I got lucky. I don't know. I didn't look at it until after I had cut it. I went, oh no, but we're good. So right here, you want to keep your DSP inside, fold it up, take your edge here that's open, turn it, and put it to the bottom of this card, lining it up. I'm leaving just a little bit. I mean, you can't even see it on camera, but let me bring this up real close. I'm leaving that much of a lip right here. Okay? Then you're going to bring this side up and adhere it down. Right there, let it stick. Now watch what I do. I'm going to take this little booklet here. I'm going to turn the whole thing over and lay it down on this side, on the side that doesn't have part of the component with it. Again, I'm lining it up nicely. Okay. And let's see. Let me get this right over here. Okay, that needs to fold right there. Okay. Good. And now I'm bringing this side down and just letting it attach. And see, right there is your, that's how it opens. Isn't that so adorable, guys? Look. Closed, open. I love it. We're almost done with this card, except for a lot of decorating. Now, I do suggest fast fuse, okay, or score tape. So I take this part of the card, the outside there, and I want to run my fast fuse all the way down, right up to that point. Okay. You're going to bring your card base in, open it up, put your point in the middle, right there, leaving again a nice little border around, okay, because that's what it's designed to do right there. Look at that. That's going to be so great. Okay, and then you're going to get your fast fuse on this side. to get stuck in the card. Okay. And now, the only thing you have to do to let everything line up is just close it on itself and push it down. Look, we did it, guys. We did it. Isn't that fun? I'll be back in a minute and we'll decorate it. Okay, let's decorate this fun card. I can't stop opening these two. I'm going to just have fun in this craft room this afternoon and make a bunch more. Okay, so I chose this DSP from the In That Suite. And I'm going to turn it over and add just some snail. Remember, if you order $25 in Stampin' Up product from me, that's before shipping, handling, and taxes, I will send you 2 free card kits. I'll show you those at the end of the video. So we added that DSP, and now I've made my elements off camera. I just want to show you what I've done here. I stamped and then used all the framelits. I had such a good time doing this, and look at that ribbon. I love that ribbon. Copper trim. So I put dimensionals on the back, so I'm just going to put this right here on the card. And then I made this one, Happiness is a Cup of Coffee Shared with a Friend. And look at the little stir stick. Isn't that adorable? I just cut that out of some DSP. And I'm going to put that this way on the card. Perfect. And our outside is done. Now let's do the inside. So we're going to open this up. And I'm going to put high first. Right there. I just have glue dots on the back of these because this card is bulky, so I didn't want to use dimensionals inside of it. So I have my little cups here, and I'm going to put the green one on this panel. I'm going to put the brown one on the last panel in just a minute. First, we're going to put Thanks a Latte on the third panel. And as you can see, I've used my corrugated elements right in here. And I layered, these are so wonderful. There's hearts and ovals. I love the oval because the Thanks a Latte sits right on top of it. And then the high with the little punch, or with the framelit, I'm sorry, it's not a punch, but with the little punched out corrugated element there. It looks so adorable with that on top of it. I hope you've enjoyed my pop-up card. Thanks again to Dawn Griffith that gave me all the measurements that I could enjoy doing this wonderful project. Please go to stampinginthevalley.com, click on the big blue button, and you can order anything from my online store. Remember, $25 in Stampin' Up product before taxes, shipping, and handling. And these are the 2 free card kits for the month of August. Please watch the video at the end. And happy crafting, guys. Look how much fun. Let's just open these again. And then this one. I love them both. I just love them both. Oh my goodness. That is so much fun today with you guys. I hope I've put all of the measurements at the beginning of the video for you. Thanks again for watching, and happy crafting.